Yo, what's good, everybody? This is OG Crasher right here. Your OG, you already know. And today we're going to talk about Nero Claudius from Fate. Who is she? How she rose to power, how she fell, and why she's most of the iconic sabers in the series. So basically, this is a story of an emperor who wanted to be loved. Yes, loved. But became a legend. Like literally a straight legend. So first, who is Nero, right? You could call it Nero. I call it Nero. Now, let's go to slide 2. Nero Claudius is based on a real emperor from history. So in Fate, she's summoned as a Saber-class Servant, but she's not like Arturia. Arturia is the king of knights. Nero is more like a royal superstar, if you could say. She's confident, loud, proud, and she fights like the whole world is watching her. You know those roses? Yeah. But before she became a servant, she had to become emperor first. Okay? So as you see, that's her on the picture. She's unforgettable, loud, confident, type saber class. You know, nice hair, right? And a cool outfit as well. So let's go to 3. So Nero rose to power young. At first, people actually had hope. She wanted Rome to be strong, but she also loved art, beauty, and performance. She's wanted to shine. In her mind, ruling wasn't just above the laws, but it was about being remembered and being admired. But once you're on top, everybody wants your spot. Okay? So she rose to power when she was young, and she ruled with ambitions. Okay? She had her own ambitions at that time. So you could say she was kind of like a good person in somewhat as an emperor. Unlike Arturia, which I can make one in the next video. Let's go to the next slide. So this is where Nero's story turns dark. Okay? So politics got messy, people turned against her, and the Senate started seeing her as unstable. Rebellions started happening, trust broke down, and eventually they basically labeled her as an enemy of the state. So now instead of being the emperor, she became the target. And when an emperor loses everything, the ending is never pretty. It's never pretty at all, right? She was betrayed, she lost support of the people, and she was declared the enemy of the state, which is like, yeah. Basically, she was doing things that she thought was her way, but the Senate was like, you're supposed to do this, and she didn't do it. You know, it's kind of like telling your boss, hey, you know, like, go do the dishes. You're like, why should I do the dishes? You know, that type of thing. Now here's where it gets crazy. So Nero didn't die in some heroic final battle. She was cornered, abandoned, and haunted. And instead of being captured and humiliated, she chose death. She died, yeah. Committed basically, death. That's what makes her story tragic, because she wasn't just a villain, she was human. And even though her life ended, her name never disappeared. And fate takes the legacy and turns it into power. That's basically how fate is. So in Fate, Nero becomes a saber, and her fighting style matches her personality, which is like fast, flashy, and aggressive. She doesn't fight like a knight, she fights like an emperor. Okay? You guys gotta understand the difference between a knight and an emperor. Like every swing in the performance, like every battle is her stage. That's why she's so iconic in Fate Extra and Fate Extella, because the way she fights with beauty, and people are watching her. She has to make this spectacular performance. And if you guys want more Fate breakdowns like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment who you want next, like Arturia, Gilgamesh, Tamamo, or whoever. But in conclusion, Nero didn't just want power, she wanted love. Artoria fights for duty, Nero fights for glory. Okay, that's the difference. And Rome fell, but Nero became immortal in fate. So, this is the story as Nero as a saber. She was an emperor, not a knight. And every battle is her stage, which is a beautiful thing, guys. And as you see in the back, she's right there. I have a figure of her. And hey, Fate Extella, good game. But yeah, guys, you guys like this, like, subscribe, and let me know if you guys want more of these. And yeah, this is the story of Nero Claudius. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.